Hi, my name is Ben and you're watching Batarang to the Butt. In this video I'm going to help bridge the gap between Maul's capture at the end of Clone Wars Season 5 and the very last arc of the show, which began with him being safely back in Mandalore. For a dark time, the Clone Wars TV series had been prematurely cancelled, which is why this next part of Maul's story takes place in a comic, which was adapted from unfinished Clone Wars scripts. Thankfully the show was then brought back recently and they got to wrap it all up in style, but we will get to that in the next video. Also, I want to clarify that this is a summary of what happens in this comic. I will not be going over every single detail. Nothing beats reading the actual comic, so please support the industry, check this book out. It is a big recommendation from me, especially if you enjoy these characters. In the meantime, I'm sure you remember, Sidious has defeated and captured his old apprentice. Maul is held hostage in a secret prison on the planet Stygian. There, Sidious and his latest apprentice, Dooku, torture him. The Sith duo learn that Mother Talzin is behind Maul's apparent resurrection, but Maul refuses to give up any information about her or about his Shadow Collective. Now remember, the Shadow Collective was the name of the criminal underworld that Maul had been building. Dooku is left alone with Maul, continuing his attempts to coax information out of the prisoner. He reveals to Maul that cracks have started to form in the collective since Maul's capture, as the Hutts have seemingly abandoned them. This is the first time that Maul has met his replacement. He mocks Dooku, saying that he expected more. It doesn't take long before Maul is broken free by a group of his loyal Mandalorian super commandos, led by Gar Saxon. Upon his escape, he is reunited with the Darksaber in one of his bases on Zanbar. He still has control over several groups, such as Black Sun and the Pikes, but their trust in him has been shaken. It is quickly revealed that he has been tracked down by a group of separatists, led by General Grievous. Maul unleashes the might of the Shadow Collective upon them, but Grievous and his droids make easy work of the Mandalorians. Maul helps by putting up a good fight, but many of his troops are slaughtered, forcing him and any other survivors to retreat. Like any troubled son would, Maul then goes on to seek advice from his mother. Unlike most people though, he is the son of the powerful witch Mother Talzin. Talzin had previously had to abandon her physical form after General Grievous had laid waste to her sanctum and decimated her coven of Night Sisters. But through her magic, she was able to project her presence from the spirit world as a spectre, which is how she appeared to Maul now. Despite her lack of physical presence, she still posed a threat to Sidious's plans, and he knew it, which is why he planned to use Maul to track her down and to put an end to her once and for all. Maul is chased to Ord Mantell, where Black Sun had a stronghold. Talzin does not reveal herself just yet, but she does send a group of Night Brothers to help Maul in the upcoming battles. They join the loyal Mandalorians and the remnants of the Shadow Collective, but in reality they have joined a slaughter, because Grievous and his droid army were not far behind. Despite all of Maul's tactics, the losses are huge. However, they would have been even greater had Maul not managed to reach Grievous in time to shut down the battle droids, finally allowing the tide of the battle to turn. Maul and his forces successfully capture both Dooku and Grievous. Meanwhile, the Jedi Order had been attempting to keep track of Maul, but they lost track of him when he was imprisoned by Sidious. This latest power struggle gains the attention of the Republic, so the Jedi, led by Obi-Wan Kenobi, boldly attempt to capture all of their enemies at once and finally end the Clone Wars. As the Jedi attack, Dooku frees Grievous and joins forces with Maul. Recently, Dooku had begun to realise that his master does not care about him, and that Sidious would happily abandon him without a second thought, just like what had happened to Maul. The duo escapes, abandoning the majority of Maul's forces. They chart a course to Dathomir, where Talzin awaits. Along the way, Maul is contacted by Black Sun and the Pike Syndicate, who voice their concerns over Maul's recent priorities. His actions have cost them their strongholds on Zanbar, Ord Mantell, and a Mandalorian asteroid outpost. But Maul assures them that once Sidious is dead, they will be able to rule the galaxy together. However, it's clear that they are unsatisfied. Now that they have successfully escaped the Jedi, Maul turns on Dooku. They arrive on Dathomir and Maul proudly presents his prisoner to Talzin as the spoils of war. Dooku will have to answer for his master's crimes against the Night Sisters. Talzin possesses him and begins to draw the very life force from Dooku. This will give her everything she needs to once again take on a physical form. But Darth Sidious and General Grievous arrive shortly after, having tracked Dooku's signal. The reunion is tense, with Maul stating that his plans are already in motion, that Sidious and Grievous are too late. However, his old master assures him that there is only one plan, one great design which will govern the universe, and that is his. While Maul duels Grievous, Talzin, in Dooku's body, is left to contend with her rival, Darth Sidious. After a brief lightsaber duel, the Sith Lord bombards Dooku with Force Lightning, forcing a fully rejuvenated Talzin to emerge from Dooku's body, to take on Sidious once again. The two rivals attack each other in a ferocious display of Force Lightning. Dooku recovers and joins his master's onslaught, firmly helping to turn the tide of the battle. Talzin pulls up a magical barrier around herself as her son implores her to keep fighting. Knowing that escape is impossible, she throws Maul to his ship, ignoring his desperate objections. She intends to save him one last time. When the witch finally collapses to her knees, Grievous charges in and impales her with his lightsabers. Maul cries out in despair as Talzin turns to stone and the magics fade from her body. Maul has now lost all of his family. He once again escapes, but this time Sidious does not follow. He has decided that Maul is no longer a threat to his plans, thanks to the death of Mother Talzin. The Shadow Collective itself had also been disrupted. Both the Black Sun and Pikes had been attacked by the Separatists, leading them both to retract their support. In addition, a Separatist invasion fleet had been deployed and attacked Dathomir. Things really weren't going well for Maul. In fact, you could say, the Sith had hit the fan.
And that will do it for another chapter in the complete history of Maul. As always, links for the other parts will be down in the comments below. I want to thank everyone who has been watching and supporting these videos. Your comments, likes and shares are all deeply appreciated. Also, I have now set up an official Batarang to the Butt Instagram page, so be sure to go and check that out and give me a wee follow over there for even more geeky good stuff just like this.